This week on Fast Track, Baskin-Robbins might have 31 flavors of ice cream, but Purdue students only need one to reflect on 150 years of Boilermakers. As new apartment buildings near the end of construction, some are only just beginning. Find out how a $15 million renovation will keep this complex in the game. And later, a chance to get to know one of Purdue's basketball players, and not just from the bleachers. Fast Track News starts right now.
Everyone ready on set? Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade out.
Welcome to Fast Track News. I'm Brianna Ship. If you had a hard time finding a parking place this morning before class this week, you're not alone. Purdue opened its campus to over 3,000 people for its 105th annual Purdue Road School Transportation Conference and Expo. Purdue Road School brings together federal, state, and local agencies to share ideas based on transportation topics. Guests have the opportunity to visit over 50 exhibitor booths in the Union in between information sessions. The expo ends Thursday at the Indianapolis Convention Center with a work truck show, so you'll be able to get to your Friday classes on time. In a town where construction never stops, it's no surprise that a local apartment complex is preparing for a renovation. With a $15 million project in the works, the Avenue North property manager has big plans for current and future residents. Fast Track reporter Derek Dahlman finds out when you can expect these changes.
The Avenue North has been in West Lafayette since 2010, and property manager Lorenzo Jenkins says it's time for a change.
It's been some time since our clubhouse has been, renovated. Therefore, we just thought that it's that time to just take it up to another notch.
Jenkins says the project should begin in late March or early April. Both new and current residents can expect some state-of-the-art changes with this clubhouse renovation, some that will be unique to the West Lafayette student housing market.
Our plans are to, one, extend and upgrade the fitness center. We're going to extend it out, hopefully have a climbing wall in there for our residents. I think that's going to be a really cool aspect. All brand new fitness equipment. We're going to have a cyber cafe area where residents can wait on the bus, and hopefully a raised loft area as well. We'll be keeping, the existing fireplace, adding a big screen TV for residents' enjoyment as well.
Students say they're looking forward to it all.
I'm most excited about the new fitness center that we're getting. It's going to be like double in size, and I heard that we're getting a rock wall in there, so I'm actually really excited to use that. Also, we're getting a loft, so we'll actually have some tables and stuff and more seating for residents to do homework and stuff like that on, so I think it'll be awesome.
While there can be obstacles with any renovation that leads to delays, Jenkins says he anticipates the project to be wrapped up by the end of August. Prospective and current residents will still be able to access the clubhouse and office during the construction. If you have any questions, the Avenue North Management asks that you contact them directly at 765-276-7700 or by email at live@theavenue-wl.com. Derek Dahlman, Fast Track News.
So, Derek, that was a good story. Do you have any plans for apartment searching after graduation? Or?
I do not. As a matter of fact, I will actually be graduating and hopefully moving on to bigger and better things after my life at Purdue, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I think we're all excited to get out and graduate
sure.
and look for other places to live. So what's the weather going to be like this week?
Hey, well, I'll tell you one thing. Do you hate winter? Are you ready for this to be over?
I love winter, to be honest. To be honest, I don't want it to end.
All right, well, if you are a winter lover, I've got good news. We are going to see a system move through the area tomorrow that is going to dump a little bit of snow. Light accumulations look to be a good estimate at this time. But after that, spring's going to be coming knocking on our door. So definitely I'm looking forward to it. Some 60-degree weather coming up. But before we get to that, some tragic news, unfortunately, out of Alabama. People are starting to clean up after an EF4 category tornado left nothing standing. The tornado touched ground in eastern Alabama on Sunday, resulting in 23 dead, the deadliest tornado in the U.S. since May 2013. This storm boasted a peak wind speed of 170 miles per hour, compared to an average speed of 65 to 110 miles per hour. Staying on the ground for more than 70 miles, the path is nearly 20 times longer than the 3.5-mile average.
Wow. To help those affected, visit the American Red Cross at www.redcross.org/donate or by calling 1-800-HELP-NOW. When we come back, we saw Flavorful on a week at campus. From a new ice cream to flavored sodas, find out where you can try the latest trends on campus. Welcome back to Fast Track News. If you're an undergraduate comm student, you may be eligible for a new scholarship. The Center for C-SPAN is offering a $100 cash prize for students who complete a 5-minute presentation. Presentations will be delivered on April 10th during the evening competition. Winners will receive an extra $500 and the opportunity to present at the CCSE Research Conference. You must apply to participate, and the application is live at cla.purdue.edu/cspan. Coca-Cola is reaching out to students across the country to introduce them to something new. You may have seen the samples being given out at the Purdue Memorial Union earlier this week.
We are reaching out to a new generation of drinkers, trying to get younger millennials, younger people to try Diet Coke, and there are some great flavors in addition to the one that you know and love. So we have our original, zesty blood orange, feisty cherry, ginger lime, twisted mango, and again the blueberry acai and the strawberry guava, which just came out.
You can buy these new flavors right now at your local grocery store or convenience store. If you're looking for a way to further your Purdue pride, look no further. We may not have seen much of warmer temperatures yet, but Boilermakers are enjoying a frozen treat as part of Purdue University's 150th year celebration. Fast Track Mohanga and Yahaira Martinez give us the scoop.
The new Coke treat selling at Pappy's Diner this week is a hot one.
People have been coming in getting milkshake scoops on cones. It's been selling really well.
It's called Boiler Tracks.
A golden vanilla ice cream with toffee bits, chocolate chunks, and caramel.
It's very creamy. I can definitely taste the caramel in there and the chocolate also. I can take all that.
Boiler Tracks was created by students in the Purdue Food Science Department. We talked with the director of dining and catering by phone about the reason behind it.
So Purdue Dining and Catering had an idea that we wanted to, with the 150th celebration, that we wanted to introduce an ice cream. There were about 50 students total that were involved in 7 different teams. So in those teams, they competed to see who would be the winner. So that was kind of a design that we created when we talked about how can we make this something that, and so all these students were a part of that, and they were all involved in helping create a new ice cream. Anytime you do a celebration, you want to have great opportunities for food and different things, and ice cream is something that people love to eat and love to have that opportunity. I also think that it's something where the students that are here during the 150th celebration got to be a part of creating something.
Something that will be around for quite some time.
And I think that's something that every student can get around, and it creates a pride.
I think any time that you can combine academics with a tangible partnership like this, where something comes out that's really strong and really quality, thank you. I appreciate that, and I hope they learn something doing it as well.
With photographer Mohanga, Yahaira Martinez, Fast Track News.
If you're wondering when the weather will be nice enough to enjoy ice cream, don't go anywhere. Daylight saving time is almost here, and Derek will let us know if the temperatures are ready for it. We'll be right back.
I know I'm ready for spring break. How about you? But before we get there, unfortunately, we got to deal with some wintry-like weather. We're going to have some light snow move in through your day tomorrow. It is going to be light accumulation, so not anything to worry about, but hey, just keep that on your radar if you are heading out the door tomorrow into your Friday morning commute. After that, we are going to look for some spring conditions this week, and unfortunately some rain chances will come into the area for your spring break. Right now, however, 28 degrees outside, pretty chilly, low of 19 tonight, and then wind chill of 28 right now. So overall, not too bad. We are seeing some of that snow melt outside. Currently around the area, 27 degrees over towards Kokomo, 25 degrees over in Peru, and hello to you over down in Atlanta, a temperature of 28 degrees. As I was saying, our overnight low tonight, it is going to get a little bit colder than it is right now, 19 degrees. However, with those winds being calm, not too big a deal, so if you do have to take your dogs for a walk or anything like that, shouldn't be too bad of a night. We are going to look for some cloud cover to build into the region, so just do keep that in mind. Again, overall, not too bad. Now, we are going to advance to 1 o'clock tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, rather. The reason being, we are going to time out that snow system for you. So a weak low pressure system off to our north is going to bring in some light snow. As I said, by 4 o'clock Thursday, we are going to see snow begin to overspread the area. And by your 7 o'clock commute home tomorrow night, some heavier bands of snow will be persistent through the Lafayette area. So just be mindful of that if you are going to be traveling or heading home. I know some people are going to be heading home early for the break. So just do make yourself weather aware if you are having any travel plans tomorrow night. 10 o'clock Thursday, that snow continues to push its way off to the east. It's going to persist through the overnight hours of Friday all the way 4 a.m. Again, some heavier bands of snow, so just keep that in mind. We are going to see possibly whiteout conditions at time with the system. Winds can be up to 20-25 miles an hour as that low pressure system drags its way off to the north. We are going to see some gusty winds. So again, I cannot emphasize enough, just use extra caution if you do have to head out the door. By 7 a.m. Friday, we are going to see that snow start to taper off slowly. Again, some heavier pockets of snow. And with that, snow totals 2 to 3 inches would be a good estimate. It looks like around 4 inches around Indianapolis, 3 inches here back home on Purdue's campus. Again, some isolated areas of 4-5 inches may not be rolled out with this, so just keep an eye on it. If you do have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to check our Twitter page at Purdue Weather for the latest on that. Also, spring forward this Sunday. Daylight savings time does kick back in the Sunday, so do make sure 2 a.m. Sunday morning, rather, you do push those clocks an hour ahead. You're going to lose some sleep. Unfortunately, I know it sucks, but hey, the 7-day forecast going to definitely turn things around there. We are going to look for some rain and thunderstorms on Saturday, high of 49 degrees. This is going to be a mainly afternoon, evening event, so if you have anything going on in the morning, shouldn't be too bad at all, especially if you're traveling. But take a look at that. Sunday, partly cloudy, temperatures 42 degrees, low of 28 degrees, and then by Monday, mostly sunny skies, high of 40 degrees, 45 on Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies, low of 37. And look at that, Wednesday, 60 degrees. It's going to be a huge relief for all of us. I know we've been much anticipating some warmer temperatures. So, well, there you have it. Wednesday, 60 degrees, 40% chance of rain, low of 45. And long term, it is looking like we are going to see some temperatures possibly in the mid-60s, lower 70s, also a possibility. So just keep your minds hopeful. Again, I do have some warmer weather for you. Hopefully that'll be a reality once we return from spring break. Coming up after the forecast here, we're going to go ahead and take a look at baseball, the games, the players, and the fans. Stay tuned.
So the Brian Lamb School of Communication has a long tradition as a department of communication originally, so well over 100-year tradition.
There has been communication here in the teaching of speech and organizational communication and other things for decades.
We have a very vibrant, I think, curriculum for our students in 5 different areas of communication.
It's everything from
Live from Purdue University, this is Fast Track Sports.
It's rare that a freshman gets to touch the field during the season, but it's even more uncommon for him to start. Here's a preview of the upcoming Navon Mosley story. Navon Mosley is a junior who's a safety on the Purdue football team. We're going to find out more about him, his story, his journey here on Purdue's campus. And the starting safety since his freshman year.
To the near sideline, picked off by Navon Mosley.
Navon, the Detroit native, was a little hesitant to come to Purdue, especially when he has two Big Ten schools right there in his backyard, Michigan State and U of M. But when I asked him about his transition to Purdue, he says he calls it his second home.
Purdue actually was better to me than when I thought. You know, when I first got here, you know, I kind of wasn't feeling it. The culture was a lot different than the city life for me. I kind of didn't see the big vision at first. I was like, man, I'm so different. But, you know, the more I came, the more I just started, you know, finding little pieces that, you know, became my identity, you know.
Stay tuned. I'll have the full scoop on Navon Mosley's journey through Purdue when we return from spring break. Yet, but spring ball is here. The football season started. The football practice started about 2 weeks ago. The spring game will be on Saturday, April 6th at noon in Ross-Ade Stadium. The game will be televised on the Big Ten Network. Jumping from football over to basketball.
After Sunday's game against Ohio State, the Purdue men's basketball team now ranks #1 in the Big Ten. As a sports fan, you might only know basketball players from their time on the court. But tonight, Fast Track reporter Mohan Guh introduces you to one of the players as more than just a member of the basketball team.
Born in 1998, Aaron Wheeler is a freshman forward from Stamford, Connecticut, who will give the Boilermakers depth in the front court. As an outstanding athlete, Wheeler earned MVP honors at the National Prep School Championship. On the court, he showed me three-point skills, layups, and also a straight-up big dunk. I offered a one-on-one game. Playing with a guy over 6-7 feet is kind of tough, but a lot of fun. Friends call Wheeler an outgoing guy who's easy to talk with. Also has quite a shoe collection. He says his favorite is a pair of Kyrie Irvings. It's not often fresh-year players get much time on the court, but when Aaron does, he says he enjoys it.
How do you deal with the pressure of having performing from the court?
I mean, it's not that. I feel like once you get out there, it's just like playing basketball. You don't even see the crowd. So it's just going out and playing the game I love, so it's not too much pressure.
Like, what are you thinking when you get benched in a game?
I guess what I'm doing wrong, trying to contribute to helping our team win more.
What are something you want to say to the Purdue fans and the school?
I mean, just thank you for all the support throughout the season. We know we had some low points, but thank you for sticking with us, and you guys are a big help to why we win these games.
On Purdue campus, Fast Track News, Mohan Guh.
Purdue basketball isn't only about the passion of the players. I caught up with one of the members of the paint crew to see how Mackey's biggest fans make their mark. What comes to mind when you think of Purdue basketball? For some, they may think of Matt Harm's hair. Others may think about Mackey Arena itself. But for many students, they automatically think of the Paint Crew. Hadley Wicker, the president of the Paint Crew, is one of those students who believes the Paint Crew makes the environment in Mackey Arena one of a kind.
I think the Paint Crew is one of the best student sections in the nation. I've traveled to a lot of basketball games, and we do a great job of being respectful to other teams and our opponents while still bringing that same level of passion.
Wicker is a fourth-year student studying pharmacy, but when she's not hitting the books with her friends, she's cheering on her Boilermakers from the front row of the Paint Crew. Wicker said that she grew up with Purdue athletics in her blood. She said that her parents were season ticket holders before she was even born.
So it's something I'm really passionate about, and it's, really important to me.
Yet, she made the Paint Crew experience into something of her own.
It was something I had my eye on, and when the opportunity arose to apply to be on the board, I got on the board, and then kind of just through the board was able to become the secretary last year and then the president this year.
Still, Wicker is fond of all the time she has spent with the Paint Crew during her time here as a student.
I hope that we continue a lot of our traditions. I think that's a neat part about the Paint Crew is our traditions, but I do want to see new things.
With next season's Paint Crew memberships already sold out, Wicker says she's still surprised by the energy the students give each and every game.
I don't know what more needs to be said. We have some of the greatest students in the nation that really care about Purdue basketball, and we have a great time doing it.
For Fast Track, I'm Brianna Shipp. You know, Sydney, when I caught up with Hadley a couple weeks ago, it was very interesting to see how the Paint Crew is like the sixth man for the basketball team. They're there like hardcore every single game, and without it, the basketball team just doesn't perform the same. I mean, they had a game last night and they didn't perform as well as what they do here in Mackey.
Yeah, that is true. The support from the Paint Crew, like you said, is tremendous, and it's that backbone for the team. But the Purdue basketball team has actually done pretty well this season. Their ranking has jumped up on the AP poll. Their ranking in terms of the games they won in Mackey, they've pretty much won every game in Mackey this season. The boys are doing really well this year, so that's really good, as well as football. I know I'm going to do the spring ball package when we come back from spring break, but the football team actually went to another bowl game for the second year in a row. So Purdue sports have been doing well in terms of basketball and football, so it's a good year for Purdue.
Yeah, as seniors, we've kind of seen them grow, and it's nice to see that kind of improvement throughout our last couple years. Yeah. All right, well, that's all we have for this week's episode of Fast Track. I'm Brianna Shipp.
And I'm Sydney Simone Tucker.
Have a good week.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do, and it was all yellow. I can't